morning was still dark when the doorbell rang. Not once, but again and again. Hard, urgent, as if the person outside couldn't wait. Jude woke up with a start. He had slept poorly since Mary and Sammy had stayed with her parents. His heart beat faster as he sat up in bed. The bell kept ringing. He got out of bed and walked quickly to the front door. When he opened the door, Mary was standing there. Her face was pale, her eyes red. She was breathing rapidly, as if she had run the whole way. "Mary?" She stepped inside immediately. "Jude, Sammy is gone." The words hung in the air for a moment, as if they had no meaning. Jude looked at her. "What do you mean, away?" Mary shook her head. "I don't know." Her voice broke. "She was with my parents. She was playing in the garden." Jude felt a cold shiver run down his spine. "And now?" Mary looked at him, panic in her eyes. "Now she is no longer here." The room suddenly felt smaller. Jude walked a few steps backward. "That's impossible," he said. "She can't just be gone." Mary rubbed her hands along her face. "My father thought she had gone inside. My mother thought she was still outside." She swallowed. "And then she was just gone." Jude felt the ground almost sink beneath his feet. "Have you looked everywhere?" "Everywhere." "The street?" Mary nodded. "Everything." It was quiet for a moment. Then Mary picked up her phone. "I called the police. They are on their way." Jude nodded slowly. It felt as if his head wasn't working properly anymore. "This isn't happening. This can't be." An hour later, 2 police officers stood in the living room. A man and a woman. They wrote things down in a small notebook. "What time was she last seen?" the officer asked. Mary answered softly, "Around 9 o'clock." "And she played in the garden?" "Yes." Jude paced restlessly through the room. The officer looked at him. "Sir, children sometimes run away." Jude stopped. "What did you say?" The officer calmly shrugged his shoulders. "It happens more often than you think. Sometimes they want to discover something. Sometimes they walk over to a friend." Jude felt the anger rising inside him. "Sammy is 6, he said, louder this time. "She doesn't just run away." The officer looked at him calmly. "Of course, we are going to search." But Jude heard the doubt in his voice. That was enough. Jude took his coat from the coat rack. Mary looked at him. "What are you going to do?" "I am going to look for her." The officer stepped forward. "Sir, it is better if you stay here while we—" Jude shook his head. "No." Mary took his arm. "Jude, wait." But he carefully pulled his arm free. "I can't sit here." His voice trembled. "That is my daughter." The officer tried one more time. "We have protocols for these kinds of situations." Jude looked him straight in the eye. "And I have a child that has disappeared." For a moment, no one knew what to say. Jude turned around and walked to the door. Mary called after him, "Jude!" But he didn't stop. The cold morning air hit him in the face. Without saying another word, he walked out into the street, desperate, looking for his daughter.